Hey, it's not my usual background because I'm right now traveling through the Panhandle, speaking in 10 different prisons, 14 times in 10 days. So lots of talking. But I was just thinking as I was sitting here this morning, I thought, regeneration is what it's all about. We've got to regenerate our minds. We've got to regenerate the way we behave, and that comes from regenerating our mind. But you know what else? We have to regenerate our culture and our lives. Just because our parents did this and passed it down to us, or their behavior caused a reaction in us that was negative, are we going to pass that on to the next generation? Are we going to not correct what was wrong or done wrong to us or caused a wrong response from us? No, we're not going to do that. I mean, you can do that if you want kids that got issues, the same issues you are, just keep doing what you're doing. But there comes a time in our lives, and hopefully in our culture, and there will come a time in the earth, because God has promised that we're going to be held accountable for all that stuff. And we're going to have to get to a place where we're willing to rise up and be who we're supposed to be. That is going to take place. And that comes with standing for what you believe, which we've talked about a couple weeks ago. It also comes with taking responsibility for your own crap. Look, if you're not good at this, if this is an issue you have and you find yourself repeating this behavior, or say you get angry, you're an angry person, and stuff happens and you just fly off the handle, and you've got to take responsibility and do something different. Do what needs to take place for you to not feel those feelings anymore. Go back in your life and try to figure out, let God reveal to you what brought on that anger, what brought on that frustration, and forgive who you need to forgive and get over it, dude. It's time for something new. It's time for us to move into a new realm. We can do that. That's what I talk about. A lot of what I talk about when I go to these prisons. It's time to forgive people and get over what they've done wrong to you. But more than that, it's time to require yourself to act differently. Requiring yourself to act differently means doing what's uncomfortable until it gets comfortable. It isn't comfortable to not eat what you're used to eating. But if you want to lose weight, guess what you got to do? You got to be hungry sometimes. It's true. And that's how we need to learn to be with, let's say, finances. You got to need things and want things and go, oh man, I don't have shoes to go with this, but I'll just wear these. They're better than having no shoes. And not spend the money that you don't have on a pair of shoes you don't really need. It's just we've got to think differently. We've got to think differently so that we behave differently, and we teach our children and the people around us and the generations that are coming something different. It doesn't mean teaching them by going, now do this and do that and do that. It's being an example of it. That's what makes a difference in the world. I always say, if nobody's asking your opinion, they don't care what you think. So giving your opinion is not going to make a major difference in someone's life unless they asked you for it. So stop giving your opinion and behave in the way that you're supposed to behave. You want something different? Do something different. That's what I'm doing. And it's changing me, and it's changing my children, and it's changing my parents. Goodness, couldn't even get that out. Changing my parents, and it's changing the people that I have contact with, and it's changing the world. Because that's what we're called to do. As followers of Christ, we're supposed to be making a difference where we are. And we do that by being an example of something different. So do that this week. It'll make your week much more positive. Love you guys. You can do it. It'll make a difference. See you guys next week.